All right, so a very warm welcome if you've just tuned in. We continue to pay respects to the late Mum Gertrude Shope, affectionately known as Ma Shope. Of course, her special official funeral Category 1 is going to be taking place today. People will convene in Braamfontein and fill up the Great Hall at Wits to pay their last respects. Family, friends, dignitaries alike will also then join in on her burial that's taking place at the West Park Cemetery. That is obviously also in Johannesburg. And so as we continue to look at the milestones of her life and times and the indelible mark that she's made, the impact at large, we know that she passed away on the 22nd of May, 2025. This obviously is just a few months shy of her 100th birthday that was set to be celebrated on the 15th of August this year. But obviously, as we know, she was born in Natal and she grew up in Zimbabwe, and this obviously had this obviously impacted her life, where she later came back to South Africa. Having started as a teacher, but eventually quit. That was obviously in retaliation to the Bantu education system that had been imposed. Her work as a nurturer was reflected early on. Her work as a leader as well reflected earlier on, where she then subsequently at the age of 29 joined the ANC, and this started her time in the liberation movement. Of course, then having been forced to move into exile, she joined her husband Mark Shope in Botswana, in Zimbabwe, in Tanzania, in Nigeria, as well as the Czechoslovakia. This is where she played a pivotal role in the mobilization of the organization, perhaps also the setting the foundation for the rights of women at large, making sure that an inclusive society obviously has also been built. She was also listed as a co-conspirator along the Rivonia Trialists. This was where she was able to assist those who were part of that in as a safe house, ensuring that they had places of safety to do their work as the fight against the apartheid system continues. And so we obviously continue to shine a spotlight on the mark that she's made, because since the announcement of her passing, President Cyril Ramaphosa had accorded her a special official funeral Category 1 service that will be taking place obviously today. And we know that there's an entire process that is going to be underway as we edge closer to her final burial at West Park Cemetery. First up, live visuals there on your screen. You can see ANC Women's League. They are in attendance there to pay their last respects. The valediction ceremony is at the Shope family's house, and this is really where her body is obviously going to be received and by those in attendance, and then there's a special ceremony that is going to be conducted in relation to that. From there, we move on to the Wits Great Hall. This is where her funeral takes place. President Cyril Ramaphosa delivering that eulogy at around 11 a.m. today. And then, of course, she'll be laid to rest at the West Park Cemetery. And so as we continue to also touch base with our reporters who are stationed in and around the city and the province, in fact, to bring you that rolling coverage there, we are going to continue to reflect on the life and times, the impact that she's had. In